One thing I would tell you is anybody that pays attention to preseason polls, the last group of people I would want to predict anything from me are a bunch of football coaches. So, if you go back and look at the rankings over the years in this conference, the team that's probably going to have the biggest surprise year will be Elon, because people picked them last. Because this conference is about strength from top to bottom, and it's about staying healthy.
We have some very good football players coming back. Unfortunately, we didn't get to show that in the spring because of what happened with it. Feel very good about where we are as a program depth-wise. I think on both sides of the ball, we got some kids that are ready to go.
And as a football player, all you want to do is play football, but sometimes you have to realize when you have to give yourself a break. And a break for us isn't like taking a day off. It's more so not getting two workouts in as opposed to just one. And I try to find a happy medium between doing a good amount where I feel like I'm ready for the season, but also making sure that my body's rested up and healed after that long spring season.
Once we got rolling there, every game he built on the previous game had a lot of success, developed a lot of confidence, led the country in passing efficiency, and really just played the position the way you want to play the position. So, I think he's entering the fall with a lot of confidence and belief and ready to build on what he did in the spring.
Obviously, it didn't fall our way, but that instantly became fuel for me, I'm sure for Joe and for the rest of this team. And so we're really doing everything possible to put ourselves in the best situation this fall to make a deep playoff run, to win the CAA championship, to win the national championship, and to achieve all our goals as a team.
A lot of guys were able to get out there and play and do some good things for us. So we're just looking forward to, like I said, getting our veterans back and letting them play, the bulk of the games, along with, having some much needed and added depth that we're able to establish through the spring competition.
If it was up to me, I'd run the ball 90 times a game. But, coach feels very similar, but everyone knows that's not the way football is now. I think we'll do a very good job of it. We'll come out with physicality and we'll be able to control the game when we do our thing.
When you look at where we're at as a program and what we've done really the last 3 years, we've been a team that's been competing in the CAA and finishing over 500 the last 3 years prior to this spring season. So I'm confident with where we're at and our ability to compete and push our program forward this fall.
Always believed, and no matter where I've ever been, that you win championships with 4th and 5th year seniors. And when you have a bunch of those guys, it gives you a great opportunity. Now we've got 4th, 5th, and 6th year guys. We got sixth year guys coming back. So we do have an experienced team. We've got an older team. We'll mix in some younger guys, but you have to have experience, in my opinion, to win.
Something that I've tried to take control of this summer was just kind of like reestablishing the locker room and getting guys back together, really creating that culture that we've had at UNH the entirety of the time I've been here, the first couple of years. So
I think the most important thing, though, is what we do from this moment moving forward. The off season is the off season. Like I said, our student athletes today, they train year round. I think the biggest thing is when you enter camp, your ability to recognize that this is when you've got to be, I believe, more in tune with the reality of a shorter recovery period.
We were allowed to do a lot more in the off season because we were fresher. So their ability to be in the weight room and develop their bodies, I think, took a lot of our younger kids to the next step because we did have the early exit from playing. And then I think you got to just depend on developing your kids off the field. There's very little football time in June and July, but it's a lot of work in the weight room and on the field, conditioning and things like that.
It means a lot. I've been working hard throughout my career and just trying to work to just be the best player I could possibly be. So it means a lot, and definitely winning it, playing a different position means a lot, and hopefully I can come back and win it again, playing defensive tackle, and just trying to go back to work. The work never stops, trying to go out there, get the Buck Buchanan Defense Player of the Year, especially the championship. We're trying to come back and go all the way to Frisco and win this year. So
I feel good about this team. I feel good about the talent of this team, about the depth of this team, about the seniority, about the leadership. So there's a lot of positive things, coming out of the spring into the summer and now getting ready to go into fall.
things happen for a reason, and we're glad to have this upcoming season. And I'm blessed to be a fifth-year senior, have another year to come back, and I just look at it as a blessing. And I think we're all just excited, we're all anxious and just ready to just work and just put something down and just show for it.
I'd say we probably have the most challenging September of anybody that's out there. And the only time I can remember covering that much distance in such a short period of time against such tough opponents was 2013. So let's hope the two match up.
And what makes William & Mary so special is not only the players that are inside of it, the people that surround us and our community as well. I've never been welcomed more by any other place I've ever been to than the William & Mary fans and people that support us on a day-to-day basis.
We have a lot of momentum coming out of the spring, and you need guys like Mel and Gray to carry the team and bring the younger guys along with them. And so I think obviously Mel is a huge part of that for us.
Just watching football throughout the whole fall, watching other teams play, celebrate, win, get their rankings up. But we just got a whole chip on our shoulder this whole season that we got something to prove, and everybody's bought into what our goal is. And I just love the direction we're going with it as a team, as a unit.
I think that the biggest value that we've all taken away from 2019, 2020, and into 2021 is just opportunity to embrace every opportunity to play the game.